There's a reason you feel stuck, a reason you wake up tired, work hard, pay your bills, and still wonder where it all went wrong. You've done everything right, followed the rules, listened to teachers, respected the system, and yet you're barely surviving in a world where the rich seem to float above it all. You scroll through your feed, watch their success, and think, if they can do it, so can I. But what if that's the first trick? What if the life you're chasing isn't real, but a well-designed illusion? Because while you were trying to figure out how to make it, they were busy making sure you don't. This isn't about conspiracy. This is about control. Let me show you how rich people trick you into staying poor, and why most people never even realize it's happening. Number 1, the lie you live inside. The truth is brutal, but necessary. The rich don't want you dead. They want you functional enough to keep the machine running, but not powerful enough to walk away from it. They want you entertained, overworked, underpaid, and too distracted to question why you're still struggling. The system you live in was not designed for freedom. It was designed for efficiency, for production, for control, for predictability. And the most dangerous part? You've been conditioned to believe that your pain is a personal failure, not the result of a broken structure. They don't need to oppress you with force. They just need to convince you it's your fault. 2, the mirror trap. One of the richest tricks in existence isn't hiding the truth. It's distracting you with reflections. Luxury cars, high-rise apartments, designer brands, expensive watches. The rich make sure you see them, but they're not showing you the truth. They're showing you the illusion. They want you to believe that wealth looks a certain way, acts a certain way, dresses a certain way, because the moment you start chasing those things, you're no longer a threat. You start mimicking their lifestyle instead of learning their strategy. You start buying status instead of building assets. You copy their appearance, but you never get access to what made them rich in the first place. They sell you mirrors. And while you're busy chasing your own reflection, they quietly keep acquiring more leverage. 3, the attention trap. If they can't trap your money, they'll trap your mind. They know exactly how to keep you scrolling, binging, liking, comparing. Because every second you spend, distracted, is a second you're not building. You think you're choosing what you consume, but the algorithm has already chosen for you. And the algorithm isn't built to empower you. It's built to keep you comfortable enough to comply. It rewards entertainment over education, noise over clarity, comfort over challenge, and so you stay stuck. Not because you're incapable, but because your focus is fractured. While you're consuming, they're creating. While you're distracted, they're positioning. While you're reacting, they're strategizing. And in the end, they own your time because you gave them your attention. 4, the debt illusion. They told you debt is dangerous, but here's what they didn't say. Debt is dangerous for the poor. It's a weapon for the rich. You were taught to fear debt, to associate it with failure, collapse, stress. But the rich, they use it as fuel. They borrow to build businesses. They borrow to buy real estate. They borrow to multiply wealth, not survive the month. And then they hand you credit cards, easy loans, zero-down deals, designed not to help you grow, but to keep you dependent. They make billions from your fear of missing out. They sell you what you can't afford, then profit from your struggle to keep it. You don't just pay interest. You pay with your time, your health, your peace. And the rich? They collect. 5, the obedience system. This trap is the oldest and the most invisible. You were never taught how money works. You were taught how obedience works. From the moment you entered school, you were trained to follow, not question, to memorize, not imagine, to comply, not challenge. You were taught how to be useful, not powerful. And the rules were simple. Don't stand out. Don't take risks. Don't ask too many questions. Just get good grades, get a safe job, and pray the system takes care of you. But the system was never built to set you free. It was built to use you. And while you followed instructions, they taught their kids how to invest, negotiate, lead, and multiply value. You were given a survival manual. They were given a playbook for control. 6, the rigged game. This is not just unfair, it's rigged. Because the rich don't just play the game, they own it. They write the rules, control the resources, manipulate the outcomes, and then they hand you a broken map and say, try your best. You follow the system step by step, only to find out the ladder you're climbing is leaned against the wrong wall. You're playing for survival. They're playing for dominance. You chase promotions. They buy companies. You save money. They print it. And while you're busy trying to finish the race, they're reshaping the track. The rich didn't just get ahead. They started the race on a different field. With a head start, a better vehicle, and a finish line they moved themselves. But now, you see it. You see the illusion. You see the distractions. You see the manipulation. And that makes you dangerous. Because awareness is the beginning of power. When you understand the game, you're no longer a pawn. You become a player. And soon, a builder. You stop chasing status and start studying wealth. You stop copying lifestyles and start learning systems. You stop looking up to success stories and start becoming one. The rich can only trick you if you stay asleep. But now you're awake. And once your eyes are open, they never close again. You don't need to be rich tomorrow. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You just need to flip the board and start building a game that works for you. Because staying poor isn't just about money. It's about staying blind. And you just turned the lights on.